Hey y'all, it's Kay Divine. How are you? I just wanted to make a quick message because today is my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. A year ago today, it was Mother's Day, just like it was yesterday. It was Mother's Day when I made my first video, which is so funny because I had a if you go look at my very first, like my first two videos, I had on a leopard print shirt, long sleeve shirt, and then I have on this leopard print hoodie today, which I didn't even think about when I put this on. Um but yes, a year ago I made my first YouTube video saying how bittersweet of a Mother's Day it was because it was my first Mother's Day uh after being no contact with my mother. And I didn't make a video yesterday. I did make a post on Mother's Day, but I didn't make a video. But I do just want to say, like, it's still bittersweet. It's bittersweet on Mother's Day to not talk to her. It's mostly because, like, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to try to mend any relationship with her because I just don't think that there's a relationship to mend. Um, when two people aren't on the same page on rekindling something, then it's null and void. There's nothing there to do. Um, and I mean that for anybody who, sorry, my shoulder is on fire. I mean that for anybody who is no contact with their mother or their siblings or anything. Like, you can want to have that relationship all day long, but the truth of the matter is that if the other party is not willing to take accountability for anything, and if the whole situation always has to be your fault, and you're the one that has to put in all the legwork, you're the one that has to constantly apologize, you're the one that has to put in the effort, you're the one that has to call, you're the one that has to set up the visits and all of that, if that's what is going to continue to happen, that's not a real relationship. And you have to ask yourself whether or not it's worth it to keep doing it. Especially, like, you got to sit back and realize, like, people who really fuck with you, people who really love you, people who really want the best for you, they put effort into being there for you. And when the effort's not there, it just shows their lack of care. And it doesn't mean that you're not worth it. It just means that those people aren't for you. And yes, sometimes the people who are not for you, you do call mom, you call them dad, you call them sister, you call them brother, you call them auntie, you call them cousin, you call them uncle. Like, some of those people you're related to, that, like, we're born into our families for a reason. Whatever you think that the reason that you were born into your family is your business. But I don't believe that the family that you come from is more important than the family that you create. Um, you have to create the family that you want. And just because y'all are blood related doesn't mean that you're obligated to stay in those people's lives. It doesn't mean that you're obligated to continue contact with them. You are free to do what is best for you, and I fully support you on that. I understand that walking away is extremely difficult because it took me a really long time to be able to muster up the courage to go no contact. Because there were many times where I considered it, but I was like, what type of person would I be? What type of daughter would I be if I just stopped talking to my mom? What type of person does that? But then I realized, like, but what type of person, what type of mother doesn't really care to hear their child out? What type of family doesn't care to try to be understanding? Because I mean, especially as like the black sheep of a family, nobody really understands you, and that's not your fault. You just not like the rest of them. The sad part about it is that they be wanting you to just be okay with them ignoring you and them not really supporting you. Like, when I tell y'all, growing up, like, it made me realize that, like, oh damn, my people ain't here. They didn't, they not calling me and checking in. They don't have no relationship with me. For a long time, like, part of the reason why I went no contact with my mom is because I decided one day, like, I wonder what is going to happen if I don't call her. Will she reach out? Will she call me? will she check in on me? And when she didn't, I was like, there's my answer. It's not because she doesn't have the opportunity to do it. It's not because she's too busy. It ain't got nothing to do with any of that. It's because she didn't want to. And that's her business. But I'm not going to sit up in her face and pretend like I don't understand what's going on. I'm not going to sit here and beg her to love me or, whatever. Like, I make me try to feel like I need to, see if I'm worthy enough of her time. And it's like, if you don't want me around, then I just will make myself scarce. And this is the part that sucks the most, because this is when they start trying to convince other people like, oh, well, who just doesn't call their child? I mean, who just doesn't call their mother? And I did everything that I could do for them, and now they're selfish. Oh, now they're disrespectful, and oh, they're they're ungrateful. And it's like, I'm not ungrateful for anything that my mom has done for me. And I say oftentimes on this platform that I do value a lot of the things that my mom taught me. I just don't like the way that she went about a lot of things. I don't like the fact that she doesn't take accountability for her role in some of the things that have happened in my life. I don't like the fact that when I try to come to her and tell her my concerns, that she dismisses me, or she appeases me, or, she'll change her ways for a week or two and then she go back to doing the same shit. And it's like, well, obviously you don't really care about this relationship. And I told her to her face, like, I love you. I tried to talk to you. I don't want to hear no shit from nobody. Like, well, just talk it out. I already did all the talking I can do. I've said it multiple times on this platform, and I'll continue to say it. I'm not with it fucking around with people who don't fuck with me. I'm not trying to be in nobody's face who don't want to talk to me. And I don't have anything I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I don't have anything I want to share with my mom. There's nothing about my life, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like, there's nothing I want to share with her now, because I just don't think that she cares. And I feel like it's a waste of my time. And that's why I said, like, this is bittersweet, because I am a mother. So, I get to watch my baby grow up and trying to do things differently than how I was raised. But it does suck that I don't have that mom that I can run to, because my mom was never the mom I ever wanted her to be, and she never will be. And maybe that's not her fault. But I also have needs, and I didn't get my needs met. And I know I won't get my needs met with her, and I have come to terms with that, and I'm okay with it, and I live with it. And other people want you to believe that, oh, well, you're obligated. Like, well, she raised you, she took care of you. My mom did the bare minimum. Okay? Parents are required, when you decide to have a child or children, you are required to clothe and feed them and make sure that they are okay. That is the basic necessities that your child needs. But your child really needs is emotional support, mental support. And when they don't get those things, were you really even there? Like, I'm not saying, like, I even had this conversation with my mother-in-law. Like, my mom wasn't like my mom is not, I don't think of her as like the worst person in the world. We just don't get along, and that's just what it is. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we like there's some reconciliation there, because there's just not. My mom just was not mentally present in at least I can say in my life. I won't speak for my sister, but she was not mentally present. And that affected me, especially as a person who is autistic and has ADHD. As an ADHDer, I needed a certain level of support that I did not receive growing up. And then coming to terms with this as an adult, and then being told that's not true. Them not acknowledging it made it even worse, because now you're denying who I am. And if you won't accept me for who I am, and you're doing it to my face, telling me, no, that's not, like, well, then clearly I don't need to be around this environment. I don't want to be around people who aren't going to love and accept me for who I am. I'm not perfect. I have a lot of issues, and I'm trying to do better. I really am. But I do deserve better than that. And that's what I decided I was going to do. So, with that all being said, thank you so much to my subscribers that have stuck with me from day one on this journey, because this was all new for me. Like, I was never comfortable with public speaking. I was never comfortable with putting my face out there and things of that nature, because I always felt like, are people really going to care about what I have to say? And the fact that people have found value in what I have to say, whether it be messages about whether it be messages about just like, going no contact with family, whether it's about narcissism, whether it was about gang stalking, or if I was doing a reading. For those of you who tune into those, I don't do them often, but when I appreciate those who find value in what I have to say. I really appreciate that. So thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you continue to stick with me. And I don't plan on going anywhere. I hope, the next year when we come around. Sorry, I'm getting text messages and I'm trying to, but I hope, I hope that next year when we come around, that the channel is different and that we have even more subscribers and things are just getting better and better and better for me, for all of my subscribers and all of my future viewers and subscribers. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. It's your girl K Divine. I'll see you later. Bye.